Aimar Company was founded in the year 1852 by George Washington Aimar. George Washington Aimar kept the business going until the war between the states. He was in 3 campaigns, and in the 3rd campaign he was captured by the Northern soldiers. He was incarcerated in prison in North Carolina and held prison, and escaped from the prison by the ruse of putting on civilian clothes and coming to Charleston with several other Charleston citizens also naturally in civilian clothes. He wanted to re-enlist in the Army of the Confederacy again. However, they refused his request and told him that he would be of much more use to the Confederacy were he to open up his pharmacy as a depot for the Confederate Army, and that upstairs, above the drugstore, would become a hospital for wounded Confederate soldiers.
Yeah.
Everything that money could buy, religion was living, the poor would die. My Lord died on the cross. My Lord died on the cross. Come inside, I can see it down from you. Take a right. They baked a poke, a little for the miner, and rabbit come and stole it. So the big bag of poke, short little boy. Oh, good. She can dance good too, you know. She can dance nice.
Right.
All right, dance again for me. Come on, I got plenty of time to you now.
Hey, that's that elixir, I tell you. Comes from Aimar's drugstore. That's right.
That's some kind of.
Well, good luck to you.
Some kind
Good
of.
luck,
What do you call
wish
it?
you luck.
Moving picture player, say.
Right.
Some kind of.
And this medicine good for pain and stomach?
How old are you really?
70 years of age as of February the 5th, 2 months ago.
How about you, Jim?
All right, I'm 76 years old. I was born February the 15th, 1902. I've been a licensed pharmacist for 55 years.
My brother and I operated the business from that date, March the 3rd, 1942, until 1955. And in 1955, my mother died, and my brother and I have been partners ever since, from 1955 until this present day, at which time we are so endeavoring to get out of here peacefully, equitably, and remuneratively.
The idea is we want to try to sell this property and provide you a cash flow that you can be satisfied
Right, I
with.
understand.
And I mean, you know, as I was telling you the other day, my grandfather and my great-grandfather and right on back down the damn line, I know, bought drugs from this damn drugstore. From your father, his father before him. And the thing that aggravates the hell out of me is that I don't like to see the thing go down the tube.
Well, I don't either. The child takes it without any water and takes it straight. And for 6 years, from 4 to 12 years of age, you take 2 teaspoonfuls every 3 to 4 hours. And you don't exceed over 8 doses in 1 day.
Well, listen.
That's as good as anything we have in the house. It's made by a nationally known, internationally known concern. It's real good. Cuts the phlegm, stops the cough. Cuts the nasal breathing. What else? What kind of candy would you like?
What kind of candy you want? What is it?
One M&M? You wanted, what's the peanuts or cream?
That one.
right, sister, what else?
You don't the one with the peanut, do you?
No.
That's peanut in it? Oh. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what minute. 5, what's 21? What's 5, 10, 15, 6 more seconds.
Where the corn?
My phone. I see that.
Just give me 6 more seconds. 10.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. All right, now I'm going to open and show you the birds which come from, mostly from North America. The bird of happiness is right in the right corner of it. And right next to it, to the left, is the toucan. Now, that's a South American bird. Toucan. It's known for its big beak, and it has to turn its head similar to, like that. It slits bananas. It slits bananas around each, you know. I'll tell you a little story about these hummingbirds. If you look in there, you can see quite a few small ones distributed all around. You have to look closer. But the eagle wants no part of the hummingbird, because the hummingbird will beat the eagle in a fair fight. See, when the eagle picks at the hummingbird is too fast. It moves like that. It's not there. So after a while, the eagle's head hangs limp, and the hummingbird picks the eagle's eyes out, and the fight is over. So therefore, Mr. Eagle, as Burr Rabbit would say, want no more part of Mr. Hummingbird.
Years ago, I remember they used to play, the oldest pharmacists used to play all kind of tricks on young pharmacists just starting out. They give us a marling pestle and a big old cork. So, all right, now, first thing I want you to do is to powder that cork out. Every time he put a cork in here and knock it with the pestle, it would jump out the mortar. So poor fellow tried several times and just gave up in disgust. He said, I think I'd better give up the idea of studying pharmacy if I have to overcome something like this, which seems impossible to me at the present time. Here's a buddy of ours that comes to see us he's one of the characters that I told you Pine Tree was going to write, mentioned in the book that he writes, you know. He's going to be one of the characters along with the rest of us.
If they'd have met Pine Tree, they'd have met a character.
Yeah.
Here comes Harold down the street. He thinks he's on Folly Beach swimming. Coming down King Street like this, where he walks. See? That's what I was explaining that to you the other day. Just like he was actually swimming on the beach. And his movement was just coming over.
These two sections are very old, contain very old drugs, and very old and varied drugs. And at the present time, our stock has run down to such an extent, though, I'd say it was about 10% of what it used to be in the old days. But we still have a lot of calls for some of the items. Some of the items are saleable and some are not. Among the older items, there's the oil. That's an interesting one. There's the oil of chalmugra, which was used in ancient days, biblical times, for leprosy. As I say, most of these things, both as in regards to the oils and the crude drugs, are used mostly for two purposes. One would be for perfumery, 3 purposes: cooking, perfumery, and superstition.
These homeopathics were not only for humans, but they also had a special line for animals. They made human homeopathic medicines and veterinary homeopathic medicines, right?
Right, yeah, that's why the horse's head picture is on a...
You all took it, did you take a picture of that? Sometimes we listen to their troubles confidentially and see if we can help them solve their problems or cheer them up in a little bit. And, well, to boil it right down more or less in a jokey way, sometimes we have to be a lawyer, a doctor, let's say a baby specialist, a horse doctor, anything. Maybe prescribe for a sick canary at times. I've had that to happen, I really have, yeah. People have called up, my canary bird is kind of droopy.
What was this room used for?
Let me see. Yeah. Here. I think at one time the chemist used it to make up various formulas. Yeah, all right. Isn't that where Dr. Stone used to make up Aimar's insect spray?
We made a preparation called the Aimar's Red Egg insect spray. And that's what that big drum in there, see the big drum right there? That's what they were used for. We bottled it off in gallons. Oh man, we really sold it. We sell it retail and wholesale. We sell it to big orders like waterfront and warehouses and all that kind of stuff, you know. One of their main highlights was the cologne water. Very popular, especially around Christmas time, and also it was popular for the sick. It was used as a headache cologne, and very effective. It had a very delicate aroma and bouquet.
We used to make frankincense, and the ingredients to it are gum benzoin, gum myrrh, and oily bound tails. Look just like little snakes. That's why it has the name snakewood, see? If you want the correct botanical name for it, the subculture.
20 things on the mind, don't keep it too long.
S-E-R-P-E-N, subculture, how do you spell that?
S-E-R-P-E-N-T-A-R-I-A.
Subculture, you see, subculture tells you a snake. Serpent, you know, in Latin and Bible, snake. Those roots look like snakes, so they call them snake roots.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, buddy. Take us to up the street, like I said.
So you can write off that $100,000 over the first 5 years. So you can actually take $20,000 off your taxes the first 5 years. And that gives a big break to the higher income tax people, and it's pushing money into the area to restore the historic property and also give them a benefit that they've never had before in doing this type of work. But it has to be income producing property, it has to be retail or apartments or property that is bringing in an income where this tax advantage would be applicable.
Then it doesn't make, I don't mind paying more tax.
Well, you see, let me give an example. You can sell for $110,000 and make $30,000, but only walk away with 25 in one case. But in the next case, you can sell for $110,000, get $36,000 or $35,000, and walk away with 33.
Well, now, of course, I would be a damn fool if I say like that, but it's not to take the other.
Well, it's called a matter of structuring the transaction. I tell you what funny thing happened. Where's that colored gentleman standing here?
Just a minute ago.
Where's the help?
Well done. Maybe you got the right time to get it.
You're pitch. Want you to get in the
Well, you're a pharmacy student?
I'm a pharmacy student, that's right. Second year pharmacy.
pharmacy intern.
Chester, Marshall and I walking down the street, you know, this guy walks up to someone to tell you how my mind has changed over the years. And this guy walks up to me and he says, and he walks by us, and we're putting a sign up down there, Columbus in East Bay, you know. And it's not exactly the nicest part of town. This guy walks up to me and it walks by us, and I said, good afternoon. And he goes, like that, you know, and that really kind of got me mad. It's white coffee.
Yeah.
And he walks by, you know, and he says, and so I said, good afternoon, real loud, like that, and he looks back like he's gonna cut my tail.
Yeah.
And then so he walks by and he says, and then he stops, and I walk back to him. This is about 100 feet away. He walked on, and I said, I just want to tell you good afternoon. And the guy says, that's one of the few times anybody's really made an effort to say good afternoon to me.
I believe it.
Anyway.
We talk about a little bit anything perturb your rest tonight, and I
If
won't
we
mind.
fall off the ladder, I'll be looking for the
Nothing like a nice friendly argument. That's what you call the balance of the scales of life. That's what you call that. He sees his end of the picture, and I see my end, my side of the picture, and the coincidation of the prices to satisfy both parties are what we're looking for.
I'm standing on the rock that will never give away. Never give away. Come on, boy. Never give away.
Dear Doctor, I regret so very much that moving day will be here soon, when there will be no more Aimar's drugstore on the corner of King and Vanderhorst Streets. It's about a century since that store was there in Charleston. Also, the county will miss Aimar's drugstore. It is sad. I will miss you also. Thanks for the service I received from you. I truly hope that the brothers will enjoy their retirement, and may God bless you, Mrs. Ethel Seabrook. Wasn't that nice?
That sure was very nice. God bless her.
And she's an old customer?
Yeah, old customer, old faithful customer, yeah.
Everyone that comes in, though, is, I don't know what a lot of these old people are going to do, because they don't have anywhere else to go, and they've been dealing here for so many years, their fathers and mothers, and it's been generations that have dealt with the store.
Everything paid for? Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
I've been working here for 2 years and getting to know George Washington and Harold Anthony, the brothers that own the store, and it's been a pleasurable experience. I've learned a lot more about pharmacy here than I think I would have in other stores, and learned a lot more about people.
Thank you. Huh? You're the best in the heart. Yeah.
Okay.
This type of business is out. There be no more.
Why do you think that is?
Can you see anything else like this coming up? Everything. I don't know. Just different, that's all. This is it. The old way of doing business is gone. Anyhow, I just stop by for a minute to see what's here. Take a look. Thought maybe I might buy some little thing, just be last sale from the business. A bar of this county soap.
Oh, Connie Castile soap?
You don't see that anymore.
What's that? I clear.
I want that. And I never seen that.
Vino in Latin means
yeah.
oats.
That's
dial. Vino is right there.
Yeah.
A vino bar.
That's something you can't find out any place else these days.
Yes, sir.
I just want to buy that.
All right. Very nice of you.
Ma'am, I know if you're going out of business, I'm sorry.
Well,
That's the way it is, but that's the way it's got to be.
I'm sorry the way it is myself. What was the quotation on that? I didn't know.
Oh, I did 70 cents. I'm Joe Hanahan. I don't know what you know.
Oh, Joe Hanahan.
But I was
certainly
born.
heard of your
I
family.
was born on 28 George Street, right round there next to the Y.
Yeah.
So, you know, I got a feeling about this neighborhood.
Oh, I know, Mr. Hanahan. Yes, sir. 229. It's 229. I put a low price for you. That is a good product. It's healthy for you. It's
Buying it.
I really would consider it non-allergic, because even though it's not labeled non-allergic,
I'm getting it over.
I would consider it non-allergic. But even though it's not labeled that, it's made of pure, purest of the pure Italian Castile soap.
Yep.
It's always been a nice place. And then they've been accommodating too, so accommodating. Like for instance, they got deliveries.
They'll go ahead and deliver, you know, any time of day. And they don't try to hold you up. They've always been very conservative on their prices. And it's just been a good feeling all the way through.
Well, yes. As a child, I used to walk back and forth on King Street. My father had a store on Upper King Street, the library being down here, and I always walked through the drugstore. And since it's closing, I wanted my son to be able to do the same thing. So this is his first time, and I'm sorry that it'll be his last.
I do hate. He told me that I know the drugstore closed. I'd be sick over that since I first heard it. Yeah, what we gonna do?
Come by ya, Lord, come by ya. I heard somebody call me. Come by ya, sing it, boy. Heard somebody call me. Come by ya, oh Lord, Lord, oh, come by ya. Oh, I wish I was in heaven, Lord. Come by ya. I wish I was in heaven, Lord. Come by ya. Sing hard. Wish I was in heaven, Lord. Come by ya. Oh, Lord, come by ya.
Right, but even after all this time, note the solidarity of the stairways when you go up. And the balustrade. Take that. Reverend Jacob's Seminary for Girls.
Until when?
Well, I can tell you exactly.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming to carry me home. Sometimes I'm down, sometimes I'm up, coming to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming to carry me home. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down, coming to carry me home. Little wheel turn and the big wheel coming to carry me home.
Yeah, my advice to you, after we lock the doors and we go home, don't let customers in. You hear me? Yeah?
I got you, Carl.
Thank you very much. Harold has always been wonderful like that.
He's good for your ego, isn't he?
Yes, he's wonderful for your ego.
I'm sorry not to cut you short or anything like that, but we've already closed. Yeah, but any emergency or anything like that? Yeah, but we closed up for good, you know. We're going out of business. We're out of business right now. We went out of business at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
First class.
We got to get soup by 6.
Cover something else. That I'm going to be a buddy, another reporter from Southern David Blower.
What can we
do? 6 of these.
Well, listen, you need them for there?
Yeah.
You can't do it on for Monday?
I got to get it.
All right, come on in, man.
I'll get it.
I'll
get it.
Oh, man.
Listen, you remember the days when I washed and dressed myself a free coat and waited for him?
Well, all I can say is now, merci beaucoup, yeah?
GW? Hope you enjoy the pageant.
Yeah, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Say bye, all of you.
Bye-bye, Doc.
Thank you very much for your help. Yeah?
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Harold,
Yeah.
you appear hopeful to the end.
Oh, sure, man. Why not, huh? Why have you a long face like old man Scrooge before the 3 ghosts, huh? So, my brother father's name was George Washington, so I'll let you take my picture with George Washington, huh? Right? Right? It makes me emotional when I think of my father, it really does. Very emotional. Loved him. To such an extent did I love him, I remember that he died at 1:30 in the afternoon on March 3rd, 1942. And my sister phoned and said, "Father's dying, you better come." At that time, I did not have a car. I got out in the street and held my hands up just like that. They had to run over me if I wanted to get home to my father. So I went around there, and he had just died. His arms were so warm, hands were so warm. I'll never forget that day, and never forget him, because he's the best man I've ever known. And I've tried to be as much like him as I could, and I guess, and I know my brother has too. And I have no regrets. I really have no regrets. I've done my best, and I feel like making him play when I die. I believe I really, you know what I'd like him to play on over my thing? The battle is over, the victory is won.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming to carry me home. Sometimes I'm down, sometimes I'm up, coming to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming to carry me home. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down, coming to carry me home. Little town and the big coming to carry me home.